I liked in the late 50s and early 60s, we had a lot of science fiction movies that came out. The Thing, and I forget the rest of I can't think of the names of them right now. I like that type of thing. I never was interested in Star Wars or Star Trek, and I mean, I think they're great, but they never were of interest to me. And I had zero interest in space, and it's not necessarily that space is what really attracts me. It's more the idea that you can do it. And it's a world-class event. It changes our world entirely. Frank White wrote a book, I forget when, 20 years ago or so. He calls it The Overview Effect. I don't know if you've read it. But The Overview Effect he interviewed various astronauts where they talk about what it was like, and almost to a person they say, basically, it changed their world forever. And I do understand that, but I think that was also true when I went to the Titanic. You cannot do these things and not have your world changed. You look at things differently. You feel differently about things.
So what can you tell us about where Rocket Plane is now and where they need to go?
Where Rocket Plane is now is like the rest of the companies. There's funding involved. I think with all of the companies, they were supposed to go up in 2007, and so now they're all extended to 2010 and maybe testing to the end of 2009. It takes more effort, more money, more knowledge, I think, than people had realized. So they need funding.
So now speak directly to the people who are potential funders, if you will. And you may have, I imagine that you've done this before, but it's likely that people watching this video on YouTube now are going to be the right people to provide funding. So if you just address them directly, say, hey, where's your money? Bring out, pull out your wallet.
I haven't addressed the funding issue directly to the venture capitalists before. I have not really been asked that question. I think I would like to see the price lower, not necessarily for myself. The Rocket Plane is $200,000, Virgin Galactic is $200,000. EADS, I think EADS is going to be $275 or something. I think these prices are a bit stiff, and I'd like the prices to come down. And my goal would be to have everyone, anyone who is interested, to go up and see space and look back on the Earth and see what the Earth looks like. And the first people I really would like to see go up, I don't call myself a tourist. I think the first people who go up are pioneers, and maybe after 400 or 500 people, maybe those people are tourists. But the people I would really like to see go first are heads of state, because I think the people who go up and they look back on their world. If you look back at the Earth, there are no lines, and there are no divisions between the states, there are no divisions between the countries. And I just can't imagine it wouldn't be for the better if the first groups of people who go up are heads of state, to look back and say, oh my goodness, and let's take care of this. But I think the price needs to come down dramatically, so that I wouldn't call the people, someone referred to the first people going as average people. I don't think the first people going are average people. They're a little bit gutsy, and the people that I've talked to who are going tend to be entrepreneurs and people who are out there very active, doing things. But I'd like to see the price come down to 15 or 20,000. It's still a lot of money to most people, but that would bring masses of people, I believe, who would want to go up. And as soon as the original people go, my goal is to go around. I give a lot of talks on both the Titanic and in space, and I'd like to come back and have that experience and be able to talk to people about what it's like. I'm not involved in the financing aspect. They don't talk to me about it, and I don't ask them about it. I really, it's not what I'm interested in. I do have a business background, but it's just, I'm really not involved in the funding or anything. What I would like to say to the young people is there isn't any better time in history to be born, I think this is going to spur people into the science fields, into the mathematic fields. There's something for everyone in space. We just had a fashion show here. We'll have people who will be cooks. We'll have painters. We need colors and types. We'll have people who are designing composition materials. I don't even know what it's called. Any aspect. We'll have designers of the planes. We'll have media people. There is no. We'll have writers. They're teachers. I can't think of any aspect that won't be covered in space, that everyone can get involved with space. And now is the time to do that.